Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering here today. I stand before you not merely to share words, but to offer a pathway, a reminder, a call to awaken, not just from sleep, but into a higher purpose. There's something profoundly spiritual about the hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. It is a time steeped in stillness, a time when the world around us rests, but the soul stirs. Many call it the hour of the soul, the divine watch, a moment when heaven seems to whisper to earth. When you wake up in these sacred hours, it is not by chance. You are not disturbed from your sleep for trivial reasons. It is as if a higher power, a divine hand, has touched your spirit and nudged you awake. These moments are opportunities, precious windows of time when the veil between the earthly and the eternal feels thin. If you have ever found yourself wide awake in those quiet hours, your heart stirred, your mind alive, then hear me clearly. You are being called. There is significance in that waking. It is not your alarm clock. It is not your worries. It is not some random coincidence. It is a call to listen, to reflect, to realign yourself with what truly matters. It is a moment to seek clarity and connect with your Creator. It is a moment for prayer, for meditation, for deep, unshakable gratitude. When the world sleeps, the noise of the day disappears. The distractions, the chaos, the endless chatter, they fade into silence. And in that silence, you can hear the whispers of wisdom. You can hear the voice of your heart, the voice of your destiny, the voice of God. You might feel an ache, a restlessness, an urgency. That is your spirit longing for communion with the eternal. That is the Spirit calling you to rise above the mundane, to see life from a higher plane, to connect to the divine purpose set before you. What should you do when you wake between these hours? First, still yourself. Do not rush to turn on the lights or grab your phone. Resist the temptation to dive into the distractions of the digital world. Instead, breathe deeply. Sit in the stillness. Let your soul awaken fully to the moment. Inhale slowly, exhale deeply, and let peace envelop you. Next, pray. Prayer is not just speaking, it is listening. It is opening your heart to the one who knows you better than you know yourself. In those moments, pour out your soul. Speak your worries, your fears, your hopes, your dreams. And then be still. Let the quietness of the hour reveal what you need to hear. Sometimes it is not in the words you say, that in the silence you keep, that the answers will come. Reflect on your life. Examine your heart. These early hours are the perfect time to confront the truths you often avoid. Are you walking the path you are meant to walk? Are you living with integrity, with love, with purpose? Are you being the person you were created to be? These are hard questions, but in the stillness of 3 a.m., they come with clarity. They demand honesty, and they lead to transformation. Gratitude must fill these moments. No matter the challenges you face, no matter the burdens you carry, there is always something to be thankful for. And gratitude is the key that unlocks joy. It is the bridge that connects you to the goodness of life, even in its darkest hours. As you sit in that silence, let gratitude rise from your heart like a song. Thank the Creator for another breath, another moment, another chance to live in purpose. And then listen for guidance. This is not a time for planning your to-do list or worrying about tomorrow. It is a time to receive direction, to discern the steps you must take, to hear the wisdom that often eludes you in the noise of the day. Sometimes that guidance will come as a thought, an idea, or a feeling. Other times it might be a reminder of something you already know but have neglected. Whatever it is, Trust that it is meant for you. Between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the world is quiet, but heaven is active. The divine is at work, and you are invited to join. You are not waking up because of mere coincidence. You are waking up because you are being prepared. You are being prepared for challenges, for blessings, for breakthroughs. You are being prepared to be the answer to someone else's prayer, to be a light in someone else's darkness. You are being prepared to live a life that matters. Let me remind you, this is not a time for fear. Sometimes waking at this hour can come with a sense of unease. You might feel the weight of your own doubts or the heaviness of the unknown. But fear is not your portion. Fear is not the voice of the divine. The one who calls you in these moments is not here to burden you, but to lift you, to remind you of your strength, your purpose, your connection to something far greater than yourself. If you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., remember this: you are being called to greatness. You are being reminded of who you are and whose you are. You are being invited into a deeper relationship with the one who created you, with the world around you, and with your own soul. Do not take these moments lightly. They are sacred. They are significant. They are your time to rise. And when you return to sleep, or when the sun begins to rise, you will carry with you the peace, the clarity, and the strength that comes from those moments of connection. You will walk into your day not as someone merely going through the motions, but as someone alive with purpose, grounded in faith, and ready to face whatever comes. Ladies and gentlemen, the next time you wake between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., do not ignore the call. Do not dismiss it as mere chance. Embrace it as a divine appointment, for in those hours you are not alone. You are in the presence of the one who sees you, who knows you, who loves you, and who calls you to greater things. Wake with purpose, act with faith, and live with gratitude. The world is waiting for what only you can give. If you find yourself waking up in those sacred hours, know this: it is not just your body responding to some random rhythm. It is your spirit aligning with the deeper currents of life. Those early hours when the rest of the world seems to slumber hold within them a quiet power. The darkness is not a symbol of despair. Rather, it is a canvas, a backdrop, against which the light of your purpose can shine all the brighter. When you wake, let your thoughts turn inward. Ask yourself, what is stirring within me? What is calling me to rise? This is the moment when your soul whispers truths that you often push aside during the busyness of the day. Perhaps there are dreams you've buried, fears you've refused to confront, or questions about your life's direction that you've left unanswered. In these quiet hours, those whispers grow louder. Do not shy away from them. Embrace them, for they are guiding you to growth. Take a step further and use this time to nurture your spirit. Open the pages of sacred texts, words that have stood the test of time, filled with wisdom that transcends generations. Whether it is the Psalms, the Proverbs, or teachings that resonate with your heart, let them fill your mind. Let them serve as a compass, pointing you toward truth and righteousness. Read not just for knowledge, but for transformation. Let the words sink deep, becoming a part of who you are. If you wake between these hours, consider the power of journaling. There is something profound about putting pen to paper in the stillness of the night. It is not about crafting perfect sentences or finding the right words. It is about releasing what is within you. Write your fears, your hopes, your prayers, your questions. Let your heart flow freely onto the page. Often in the act of writing, clarity emerges. Solutions present themselves, and sometimes you simply feel lighter for having unburdened yourself. Do not underestimate the power of silence. In a world filled with noise, silence can feel uncomfortable, even unnerving. But silence is where the soul finds rest. It is where you can hear the gentle nudges of the Spirit, guiding you toward what is true and good. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and simply be. Breathe deeply, and with each breath, let go of the distractions, the worries, the chaos. In that stillness, you may find a peace that surpasses understanding. There is also great value in movement during these hours. Not hurried, frantic activity, but gentle, intentional movement. Stretch your body, walk softly through your home, or sit in a meditative posture. Let your body and mind work in harmony, awakening together. As you move, let your thoughts turn to gratitude. Thank the Creator for the gift of this moment, for the air in your lungs, for the chance to start anew. Gratitude transforms the soul, lifting it from despair to hope, from doubt to faith. Use this time to intercede for others. There is a unique power in praying for those you love, for those in need, and even for those you find difficult to love. In the stillness of these hours, your prayers carry weight. They are not mere words, they are seeds sown into the soil of the Spirit. Pray for healing, for guidance, for protection. Pray for the world, for your community, for the stranger you may never meet. In doing so, you align yourself with a purpose greater than your own, becoming a vessel through which love and compassion flow. Reflect on your relationships. In the quiet of 3 a.m., it becomes easier to see where you may need to forgive, where you need to mend, and where you need to let go. Perhaps there are words you've left unsaid, apologies you've avoided, or relationships that need nurturing. Use this time to seek clarity and courage. Let love guide your actions when the day begins again. It is also a time to dream. Not the fleeting dreams that come with sleep, but the dreams of your heart, the visions of the life you are meant to lead. In the stillness of the night, allow yourself to imagine the possibilities. What could your life look like if you truly lived with purpose, if you pursued the calling placed upon your heart? What steps could you take today to move closer to that vision? Let these dreams fuel you, inspiring you to rise each day with determination and hope. Do not forget the power of surrender in these hours. Sometimes we carry burdens that are too heavy for us. We try to control what is beyond our grasp, holding tightly to fears and worries that drain us. In the quiet of the night, release those burdens. Surrender them to the one who holds all things in his hands. Trust that you are not alone, that you are seen, loved, and cared for. Let go of what you cannot control and find freedom in that surrender. Finally, remember that these moments are not just for your benefit. They are preparing you for something greater. The clarity, peace, and strength you gain in these hours are meant to be shared. When you step into the day, carry the light of these moments with you. Be a source of encouragement, kindness, and love to those around you. Let the stillness of the night shape the way you move through the noise of the day. To wake between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is a gift, a sacred invitation to draw closer to your Creator, to listen to your soul, and to align yourself with your purpose. It is a time to be still, to reflect, to pray, to dream, and to prepare. And when the day begins, you will rise not just from sleep, but from the depth of your spirit, ready to live fully, love deeply, and shine brightly. The early hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. hold a unique significance that extends beyond the physical. These hours are a profound intersection of time and space where the physical world rests and the spiritual realm stirs. It is a time when the distractions of the day are stripped away, and all that remains is the raw essence of being. When you wake in these hours, it's not an interruption, it's an invitation, a sacred calling to engage with a deeper level of awareness. Think about the rhythm of life itself. During the day, we are consumed by responsibilities, activities, and the constant hum of obligations. The noise can drown out the still, small voice within us, but in the quiet of these early hours, that voice becomes unmistakably clear. It is the voice of purpose, of destiny, of the divine presence, urging you to realign, refocus, and remember who you are. In these moments, you are offered the chance to step outside of the ordinary. You are given a space where time feels slower, where the chaos dissipates, and where the eternal becomes tangible. It is as if the universe pauses to give you this sacred opportunity. What you do with it is entirely up to you. But understand this, such moments are rare and precious. To dismiss them as coincidence or inconvenience is to miss the profound significance they carry. When you find yourself awake during these hours, one of the most transformative actions you can take is to turn inward. The external world with its demands and distractions will wait. This is your time to connect with your inner self, to listen to the whispers of your soul, and to seek the guidance of your Creator. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel the rhythm of your breath and let it anchor you to the present moment. Inhale peace, exhale tension. With every breath, you are reminded that you are alive, that you are here for a purpose, and that this moment is a gift. As you sit in the quiet, let your thoughts drift not to worries or regrets, but to gratitude. Gratitude is the bridge between what is and what could be. It transforms your perspective, shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. Begin by thanking the Creator for waking you in this sacred hour. Thank Him for the gift of another day, for the lessons of the past, and for the hope of the future. Let your gratitude flow freely, encompassing every aspect of your life. The challenges that have strengthened you, the joys that have uplifted you, and even the unknowns that keep you anchored in faith. Use this time to speak and to listen. Prayer is not a monologue. It is a conversation. It is the sacred act of communing with the divine. Pour out your heart with honesty and vulnerability. Share your fears, your hopes, your desires. Ask for guidance, for clarity, for strength, and then be still. Listen, not just with your ears, but with your heart. The answers may not come in a booming voice or a dramatic revelation. They may come as a gentle nudge, a fleeting thought, or a sense of peace that settles over you. Trust that in the silence, the Creator is speaking. These hours are also a time for reflection. Look at your life with clarity and honesty. Are you living in alignment with your values? Are you walking the path you were created to walk? Are there areas where you've strayed, where you've compromised, where you've settled for less than your best? Use this time to examine your heart, to identify what needs to change, and to recommit to the journey of becoming the person you were meant to be. Reflection is not about judgment, it's about growth. It's about recognizing where you are and taking intentional steps toward where you need to be. Dream boldly in these moments. The quiet hours before dawn are fertile ground for vision and imagination. This is your time to dream without limits, to envision a life that reflects your highest aspirations. What do you see when you close your eyes and imagine the life you want to live? What does it look like to walk in your purpose, to fulfill your calling, to leave a legacy that matters? Let your dreams take shape in the stillness. and let them inspire you to take action when the day begins. There is also something deeply powerful about intercession during these hours. As you sit in prayer or reflection, let your heart extend beyond yourself. Think of the people in your life, your family, your friends, your community. Think of the struggles they face, the burdens they carry, the dreams they are chasing. Lift them up in prayer. Speak words of hope, of healing, of encouragement over their lives. Your prayers are not confined to the walls of your room. They ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never fully see or understand. In these early hours, consider the practice of releasing. Too often we carry with us the weight of past mistakes, unresolved conflicts, and unspoken fears. These burdens can feel insurmountable in the light of day, but in the quiet of the night they lose their power. Take this time to let go. Forgive where forgiveness is needed. Release the pain, the anger, the resentment that holds you back. Surrender your worries, your anxieties, your need for control. There is freedom in release, a lightness that allows you to move forward unencumbered. Do not overlook the value of stillness. In a culture that glorifies constant activity, stillness can feel like a luxury we cannot afford. But in truth, stillness is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is in stillness that we reconnect with our essence, that we hear the voice of the divine, that we find the strength to carry on. Sit in the quiet and simply be. Let the stillness wash over you, calming your mind, soothing your spirit, and restoring your sense of balance. Let these hours be a time of preparation. The day ahead may hold challenges you cannot yet see, opportunities you do not yet know, and encounters that will shape your journey. Use this time to ready yourself. Center your heart, align your mind, and strengthen your spirit. Visualize yourself moving through the day with grace, with courage, with purpose. See yourself handling difficulties with wisdom, embracing opportunities with confidence, and being a source of light and love to those around you. When the world begins to stir and the first light of dawn breaks through the darkness, you will be ready. You will not rise as someone who merely slept through the night. You will rise as someone who has communed with the eternal, who has reflected on the deepest truths, who has prepared to live with intention. The hours between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. are a gift, a sacred pause in the rhythm of life. Do not squander them. Embrace them and let them transform you. When you rise in those early hours, remember that this is not just a moment to experience, but a moment to transform you. It is as if the universe pauses to allow you this sacred opportunity to realign yourself with the purpose of your existence. You are given the space to renew your strength, to reconnect with your Creator, and to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. The stillness of this time is a reminder that the greatest breakthroughs in life often come in the quiet, not the noise. In the moments of solitude, you can hear the whisper of truth that often gets drowned out in the chaos of the day. Those whispers might come as a call to forgive someone, as an encouragement to take a step of faith, or as clarity for a decision you've been wrestling with. Whatever they are, trust them, lean into them. Know that they are part of the divine guidance leading you toward a life of purpose. Take these moments not just to connect spiritually, but to allow your mind to dream and your heart to hope. Let the limits you place on yourself fall away. Think of the possibilities, the opportunities, and the beauty that life holds for you. The dreams that rise within you in these hours are often the purest, untainted by doubt or fear. Hold on to them, nurture them. Let them fuel your actions as you step into the day. Remember that this time is also a gift, not just for yourself, but for those you will encounter. The peace, clarity, and strength you gain in these moments are not meant to be kept to yourself. They are meant to overflow into the lives of others. When you carry the light of these sacred hours with you, you become a source of hope and encouragement to those around you. Your presence becomes a blessing, your words a balm, and your actions a reflection of the divine love that woke you in the first place. If you find yourself waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., embrace it as an opportunity to grow, to connect, and to transform. It is a reminder that you are not alone, that you are seen, and that you are called to live with intention and purpose. This time is a gift. Cherish it, honor it, and let it shape you into the person you are meant to become. In conclusion, waking between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. is not a mere coincidence, but a divine opportunity, a sacred invitation to step into stillness, reflect deeply, and realign yourself with your higher purpose. It is a moment to connect with your Creator, nurture gratitude, and prepare your heart for the day ahead. These hours hold the potential to transform not just your mornings, but your entire life, infusing it with clarity, strength, and intention. Embrace this time with reverence, for it is a reminder that you are called to live with purpose, walk in faith, and shine as a light in the world.